Hey guys, welcome. I'm Drusilla Cowan, co-founder of Survivor Alliance, and this is day 2 of our 21 days of self-care. So yesterday, Asalee and I were here, and Asalee gave us a great lesson on the history of self-care and how women of color really coined the term and made this a thing. And it's now resurged, and here we are all these years later, and everybody's talking about self-care. So I'm here today to talk to you 5 steps you can take to get started with self-care. It can be overwhelming. Sometimes you're not really sure where to start, what to do. If you're like me, maybe you kind of go into these habits of saying like, yeah, I'm going to start this routine. I'm going to get up every morning and work out or journal or read or whatever, and then your alarm goes off and you don't do it. And then you can beat yourself up about it, and that's not good, and that only makes this whole process way harder. And so right now we're going to go over our 5 steps to get started. Okay, you ready? Okay, so first step, first let's say a few examples of what self-care might be for you. And self-care, as we kind of discussed yesterday, is very much dependent on the person. It's things you do to take care of yourself, things that bring you joy, things that make you just feel more fulfilled and happy and just a better person all around. And so the first step, if you want to start incorporating more self-care into your life, is to make a list. Just set a timer for a couple minutes and write down a list of things that you do that make you feel good about yourself, activities you do. Sometimes it might be like cooking meals for yourself. Maybe you notice when you drink a lot of water or drink, I don't know, whatever your drink may be, or when you work out every day. Just write down things that you do enjoy, that make you feel good, and things that you're already doing and things that maybe you'd like to start doing. Start writing those down, just get a feel for what they are, and make note of what you're already doing, so you can also kind of recognize yourself for that and be proud of yourself because you're already taking steps to take care of yourself, and that you need to acknowledge that if you want to keep doing it. Give yourself some props so it gets easier, So once you've made your list, the second step would be kind of understand why you're doing these things. What benefit do you get from hitting the gym every morning, or drinking green tea, or reading a book every night before bed? What does that bring to your life? How does it make you feel more fulfilled? Understanding that, again, is going to give you more incentive to do it, make it feel less overwhelming, because instead of making this self-care feel like a chore, it makes it feel like, great, this is something I want to do, because when I'm done, I'm going to feel amazing afterwards. So reminding yourself of that by understanding why you even want to do this to begin with. So then the third step is to maybe write down some reminders about how, one thing I do is on some sticky notes, writing down just you're amazing and you can do this, or things like that, and put them on my mirror where I'm going to see them every morning. Just to reassure myself and make myself feel confident and just better about getting these things done. And so maybe do that, write yourself some little notes that say, make sure to take care of yourself, you deserve it, things like that. Even writing those notes in and of themselves is an act of self-care, right? And so write them down, put them in a place where you can see them, so it's constantly reminding you that you deserve to take this time for yourself. You deserve to enjoy your life and to feel fulfilled and to feel not tired and drained all of the time. And that's what self-care does, is help you not feel so drained, not feel so overwhelmed. Chronic fatigue syndrome is a huge deal, especially amongst women, of just burning themselves out and feeling drained all the time. Okay, so that was number 3, reminding yourself to take steps for self-care. And then aside from just having those notes, have a timer, maybe dedicate, have a set time every single night that or day, whatever works for you. Set aside some time every day for self-care. Makes it a lot easier, and block out that time so you're really present. You're not feeling oh, like, I'm doing this for myself right now, but I could be doing this or that like might feel productive, but is only going to leave you feeling more drained. Like, you deserve to take this time for yourself. And so, like, by setting aside time in your calendar, whatever it is that you use to organize yourself, it just really allows you to be present in that moment, so you're not feeling so distracted, so you can feel like you're there accomplishing what you need to do and taking this time for yourself. And the last thing, okay, when you're ready to take this time, do your self-care activity, when you're getting in it, take some deep breaths. And maybe your self-care, maybe all it is taking deep breaths and some meditation, but take some deep breaths, really get present in the moment and check in. How are you feeling? What is your intention with this self-care practice that day? Just really getting in your body and really connecting yourself to your emotions and how you might be feeling is a huge step to not only getting the most out of that self-care activity, but to like encourage you to keep doing it more if you're just like really dedicating yourself to it. And so again, the activities you might do for self-care can vary from getting exercise, reading, writing, doing something creative, doing something to like feed yourself, or getting more sleep. And in these, we just talked about the 5 steps of like ways to incorporate more of those habits into your life. And so with that, that is it for today, and I hope this has been helpful for you. Tomorrow, Sally is going to be coming on with some tips on what to do when you're struggling with self-care, and maybe some of our own experiences with that. And if you want to learn more, first of all, we have a blog post on self-care which has a number of activities that you might consider incorporating into your routine, so I'll post that in the comments so you can check that out. And secondly, if you haven't already, please check out our crowdfunding campaign. Through that, we have self-care kits that can deliver you self-care essentials each month, like candles or journals or mugs or things like that, to make just self-care more fun and make it easier for you. So consider looking at those if that seems interesting to you, and I'll leave you at that. Good luck with your self-care today, and I hope it goes well, and we will see you again tomorrow and for the next 28 days for this 21 days of self-care. Bye!